Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Harris running straight ahead. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Pickett will look to pass it.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. 23 yards the pickup there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 9. Pickett. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and management became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Colts had 7-4 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know which team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Pickett back to throw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down at 4, Ryan.
He'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Pickett.
Steps away to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Pickett. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
19 yards that time for number 19.
First down, Steelers.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
1:52 to play until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Pushes him over, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 25th touchdown, tying him and Smith for the 5th most in one season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. The slot man in motion right.
Second down, here's Pickett.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Pickett now on 1st down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have to lead.
Back to Taylor on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 2nd down and 4. Ryan. Touchdown, Colts. Harris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Running left, Taylor. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. He'll let it fly for Austin. It got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Point is good. Makes the score Colts 17, Steelers 7. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ryan.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Another try after the first down sack.
Pickett.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Steelers.
On the give, this is Harris. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, pumped out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 128 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
That's good for a Colts.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9. Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a throw here, hauled in. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10.
on the handoff. Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that takes us from second to third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Up the middle. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired up the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Steelers 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 44 yards. And the Colts look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Now Ryan.
Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a give to Taylor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Myles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Colts, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.